Intro. You can tell when people get comfortable, the real tends to come out. Last year, Maj Leonard, during the bubble, all the brothers was protesting, taking a knee. He chose to stand, and he still hid around the veil of his brother served in the army, which kneeling had nothing to do. So I never understood what was his chess move. I'm gonna go to Golden State, show I'm better than Steph, and beat Bron.
On the stacked team.
On the stacked team. But hey, we just gave y'all the fans' perspective.
Every time I'm gonna just get hyped when I music. I was dead sleep. Man, it's gonna be a long 30 minutes. That intro, man. I'm like, yeah, let's get into it. Playoff edition.
Let's get to it. Playoff edition. But first, let's introduce ourselves and welcome everybody to the show. Fans' Perspective. Your boy Smooth. Your boy Dane. We here every other Thursday. This week we doing a back-to-back. So we went last Thursday, so we came back-to-back for y'all. We went NBA playoff edition. But side note, we wanted to start with the what you say you wanted to start with? The Floyd and
Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul hugging it out in the 8th round. But from a boxing purist perspective, it was trash. But for entertainment purposes, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't Floyd versus what's that guy? The Irish guy,
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. It wasn't that exciting, but hey, you get your money's worth.
Yeah, going into it, my thing was it's going to be a exhibition. I really wasn't expecting to be entertained or nothing. I thought it was a money grab anyway. Frankly, what like Floyd said after the fight, legalized bank robbery. You know what I mean? And that's what he did to the people. I knew that's what was going to happen. So I really wasn't expecting much from the fight. I knew the young man Logan Paul couldn't beat him. This is only his second actual fight, and it wasn't going to be no winner declared or anything like that. So my expectations for it was low to begin with. I think it's making a mockery of boxing, in my opinion. You feel me? I ain't mad at Floyd getting that money, but like you said, to people who love boxing, it's this is what we've come to, a bunch of gimmicks. And real fighters don't get that same type of publicity. We should be talking about Bud Crawford. We should be talking about Errol Spence Jr., Ryan Garcia. There's a lot of boxers out there that we should be talking about instead of talking about Floyd fighting some Logan Paul, which is ridiculous. But what's going on, Willie? How you enjoy your vacation, brother? But so that's my thoughts on it. I didn't expect much. I wasn't entertained. I wasn't impressed. Like I said, I watched the replay of it, bro. I refused to watch it live.
I was watching video games. I had a controller on my hand when that fight was going on. But what I was interested in, off side note, was the Chad Ochocinco. He took a hit. He took a big hit and got up, shook it off like a champ.
And the last up to that point, they hadn't really won in a fight. Called better. You feel me? They hadn't won in a fight until that little knockdown. So if he would have never got knocked down, he would have been won the fight.
Yeah, that was a pretty good, entertaining fight. But enough of that. Let's get
Yeah.
to the association.
Well, right now, as we speak, you see me keep looking up to the side. Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets going at it. Score 83-2 with a minute and some change left. Just was a goaltending on Blake Griffin on the Chris Middleton layup. So, minute and 14 seconds left. Brooklyn with the ball. I'm gonna call it now, and I'm gonna feel like, and I'm gonna Milwaukee gonna pull it off. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my prediction. Did you expect this series to be going like this?
No. Much worse.
Much worse.
I thought because I still don't trust Brooklyn, and I thought it'd be going the other way. And I want to give you a shout out to last week's prediction of Dallas pulling it up. Dallas not pulling it off, and LA Clippers winning it. So I thought it was the other way around. Yeah, so I give you your hats off for that prediction. Did you see? I don't know if I sent it to you on Instagram. The Blake Griffin dunk on Giannis.
Yeah, I definitely seen that. It was kind of one of them things though that he held. Giannis kind of turned away from it. Giannis really want that smoke. You feel me? So you know what I mean? Everybody's talking about Blake hasn't been dunking or what have you.
Yeah, 2 years.
But
with the Pistons, yeah. We want our money back. Just let you know that. As a Piston fan, we want our money back. No, you good.
Sorry to cut you off, but Drew Holiday just hit a bucket on a fast break, put Brooklyn up. Put the Milwaukee Bucks up 1. So, nice spin move. So it's 11 minutes left. Timeout. We're gonna see what. But yeah, I definitely should want y'all money back. I think after the first couple of years, though, I think the injuries and all the trades, losing took the fight out. You feel me? Like y'all didn't really surround him with a lot of talent, and then when he got injured, he just wasn't the same. It's like I said before when we talked about it, he made the All-Star team for y'all one year, led y'all to the playoffs, but he was hurt. Willie, you see the question, Willie? No, I still don't think it's worthy because, like, Floyd really wasn't hitting him to knock him out. Floyd wasn't really hitting him to beat him. Floyd was just playing with him. Answer Willie's question.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So after the game goes off, you got Utah against the Clippers. Utah up 1-0 in the series. Who you got pulling that out?
Utah.
You got Utah. Me too. I picked Utah. And before, I also said the Lakers was going to win the West, but I wasn't counting the injuries. You feel me? I wasn't counting the brother.
Hurt his. Ask how many edibles did you eat before you made that prediction?
Well, like I said, I didn't expect him to be growing. He might be able to play. You know what I mean? The next couple seconds.
James Harden.
No, James Harden hurt. He ain't playing.
No, James Harden.
Yeah, no James Harden. So Milwaukee the Nets missed a opportunity. It's 2.8 seconds left. I think Giannis going to the free throw line. So Giannis got to make these free throws.
Put the pressure on it.
Yeah, they already crowd cheering like the game over. You know what I mean? It is not over. 2.8 seconds, a lot of time left.
Still.
No. He's not free throw line. It's an inbound play. I'm suggesting and him still at the free throw line. And that's what they did.
Clint. Hey, Clint.
Yes, sir.
Your mic keeps going in and out, your connection.
My mic keep going in and out?
Mm-hmm. At first I thought it was me. But
yeah, I thought it was you too, because you keep freezing on my end.
but our producer Sunny, Queen Sunny, just let us know she's filling in for Will tonight. Thank you, Sunny, for filling in for us.
Am I back live now?
You good?
Okay.
There's a little delay, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm getting it from your end too. I thought everything was good, but so you had the Utah Jazz beating the Clippers next.
Yep.
Okay. What about Atlanta and Philly?
Atlanta.
Okay. My bad. Let's go back to the clip. What do you think about people putting too much pressure on Paul George, saying he's the issue?
He's more of a highlighted issue because the star power that's behind his name. I don't think he's the total issue, but he is a highlighted issue.
What do you mean by that?
Because he can know his name. He's going to be playing better than what he's being producing.
I think as far as his contract go, I think he's just the second wheel. You feel me? I think the expectations that people have for him is a little bit extreme, especially coming off all those injuries. You know, I know sometimes during the regular season he'd be showing up and showing out, but that's mainly because his team, they playing against a lot of bad teams during the regular season. You understand? I'm still out of it, huh?
Just a little bit.
All right,
I can hear you. So I'm gonna go back. Okay, I'm gonna take over for a minute. So to Smooth's point, I'm not sure if he was saying this or not, but Paul George needs to step up because he has a big contract. He's a big name star, but he fails to produce in the playoffs in the past and even now. He's not putting up big numbers. Kawhi Leonard is doing most of the work. Okay, I'm not sure if he's back yet. Won't keep going.
Yeah,
I'm back. So that contract and those numbers don't add up to each other. Yeah, he's a second wheel on the spokes, but spoke on the wheels. But he's not producing like an all-star right now.
I disagree. Game 7 against Dallas, he took over.
I'm talking about the last game.
Last game he took over. That's what I was pointing. I was getting to. Last game against Dallas, game 7, he took over in the fourth. The first game against Utah, once again, he had 13 points in the fourth quarter. You know, he led that comeback. They were down. He led the comeback. So, like, he did his job. They just didn't finish. You know what I mean? He brought them back until within one. You feel me? That's what your co-star is supposed to do. And he did it. You know, Kawhi didn't have a great game himself. You understand? So it's like, you know, we can't expect him to beat it because he's playing against, like you said, he's considered one of the elite perimeter defenders. Well, every game he got to guard the best. He had to guard Luka. You know what I mean? He guarding Bogdanovich and Ingles and he exerted a lot of energy. You feel me? So, you know, and he boards. He had like 13 rebounds, something like that. Like I just think it's a little overstated. You feel me? I think what hurts him is he declared his name playoff P.
See, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's having a horrible series like that. I'm just saying what people's expectations of him as a superstar, being dominant on both ends of the court, not getting tired at all. I'm not saying, me personally, I'm not saying that he is having the worst playoff series, but the perspectives of other people putting him in that limelight, putting him in that spot is making him look bad. Like right now, he's playing that Scottie, like he's gonna go back to All-Stars. He's playing that Scottie Pippen role. Put up the points, but mainly play some D against the top-notch players in the NBA.
And also, running the team. He's been running the team well, especially in that fourth quarter. I think where he was getting criticized at was he didn't come up big in crunch time. He's been coming up big in crunch time. So, he shouldn't get that flack. You feel me? If anything, he's a big reason they came back from 0-2 down the previous series. They only won game in this series. And like I said, he did his job in the fourth quarter. So I think it's a little overstated. I think he should have never called himself like P.
He put that arrow and that bullseye on his own back for that one, for that playoff P.
Exactly.
But that contract too doesn't help.
Yeah. But Kawhi wanted him.
Yeah.
Kawhi wanted him.
I mean, I still like the squad.
Yeah. Who you got coming out the West now? No. Because that Phoenix
it's gonna be between Phoenix and Utah.
Phoenix. I'm gonna ride with the team that's been the number one in the West all year. I'm gonna ride with Utah. I think Phoenix about to get Denver up out of here in 5. I think without Jamal Murray being there, it's really hurting them.
That is a big blow right there.
You feel me? So I think they really need my boy Michael Porter Jr. He's been playing good. It's just that they ain't got much more weapons after that. Will Barton still hurt. Gary Harris out. Paul Millsap is giving them absolutely nothing. I'm gone.
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm having not connection issues, but family issues right now in the other room. I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I don't hear nothing.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. It's just distracting me then. No, but Paul Millsap, yeah.
Paul Millsap ain't giving them a damn thing. Ain't giving them the thing. So it's like, oh, now I hear it.
So I'm trying to deal with that. So what was next? Oh, on a bad note, did you hear about Clarkson helping out a lunch vendor?
Yeah.
The lunch vendor got his meal truck basically destroyed because of racial hate discrimination. And he actually helped out. And how about them Sixers? No, we're not going to talk about the Sixers.
The Sixers? No, we're going to talk about the Sixers.
No. You know what? Ben Simmons isn't the worst player. He just needs to work on his shooting. But what year is this? Is this year 4 or 5 for him?
Yeah, he's just not a shooter. I think we harp on that too much. He do too many other things that's great for us to keep complaining about.
I'm not going to complain about that because my take for that is Rajon Rondo. He cannot shoot.
Exactly.
He could not shoot.
Exactly.
But he did everything else great. Nobody really harped on Rajon Rondo because he passed the ball efficiently to the best players in the world. Ray Allen in the 3-pointer corners, KG in the post, Paul Pierce on the elbow. He hit him in the right spots. So that's why he didn't get as much flack for his bad shooting versus Ben Simmons. Because I don't know, besides Rondo, that's before.
Yeah, get out of here.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's. She better cut both of us out the show.
All right, Cameron said he think they harp on it because he was a top 3 pick. Well, my thing is, look at he had a legit argument he should have won Defensive Player of the Year this year. That's my thing. He had a legit argument that he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. He's one of the best playmakers. He still get downhill. He he showed y'all in college who he was. He showed y'all in college. I mean, like he's a playmaker, a slasher, and a hell of a defender. A hell of a defender. So, you know, and then that Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid don't get hurt. Joel Embiid probably won the MVP. He probably would have won the MVP this year. Tobias Harris been balling. In my opinion, Tobias Harris, you feel me? When you got another scorer like Tobias Harris, you got shooters surrounding him like Seth Curry and Danny Green. He doesn't need to be some, you know what I mean, marksman from the perimeter. You feel me? Continue to do what he do. I agree with Doc Rivers. When Doc Rivers was in an interview not too long ago saying, I mean, if you think I should take him out the game just because he's missing some free throws, I mean, you don't know basketball. And I fully agree. I fully agree.
I got another great player who really couldn't shoot his first couple of years in the league, and probably still can't. Grant Hill, great scorer, but he couldn't shoot outside the hash mark.
Yeah, outside. Yeah. He wasn't really a threat from the perimeter shooting wise.
No, but he hit a couple, but he wasn't prolific like everybody else think he was. He was a good scorer. Like there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, Sonny. Doc did go over there and prove that he's a great coach. I mean, he went over there. They look much better suited to make a finals run this year than they did under their previous coach, who should have been out of there a year too sooner, in my opinion.
I think Doc Rivers got a bad job. Well, bad exit when he was with Orlando. I think Dwight Howard screwed him over.
Who? Nah, it wasn't. He left before Stan Van Gundy. That was that.
I'm sorry, wrong person. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Stan Van Gundy. Yeah, Stan Van Gundy. He got screwed over in Miami. He got screwed over in Orlando because
I don't think he got screwed over. I'm really not a fan of him as a coach, and I ain't like how he tried to throw Dwight Howard under the bus doing that. I don't think he got screwed over. He tried to throw Dwight Howard under the bus, and like Shaq said, when he was in Miami, that man folded in the playoffs. He was nervous. And then this year, you know, all that talent on the Pelicans, and he did nothing with it. They didn't make the playoffs. He did nothing with it. But I do want to go back to your point because we're about to get out of here in a few minutes. Exactly, Cameron. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't doing that well in New Orleans. Like, I ain't a fan of him. But
no, I haven't been a fan of him since Detroit.
Yeah, and like even there, he ain't do a damn thing there either.
He did some things. I'm gonna tell you some things he did real quick. He traded for Blake Griffin. Horrible contract. I didn't like that Blake Griffin trade from the get-go. It was like you taking on an injury-prone player who played. Derrick Rose played more than Blake Griffin did, and everybody knows how much he played in the last 2 seasons before they got Blake Griffin. Then you have Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose on the same team. That is not flying. That you got two.
But you see
two big names.
D Rose balling in New York. You know, D Rose been balling.
I ain't blaming D. But I'm talking about for the pickup for Detroit to take on those contracts. And I think we finally got rid of J.R. Smith's contract. Not J.R. Smith. Josh Smith.
Yeah,
we was paying that guy for years. That was when you got your coach as your president. That is a bad makeup because you cannot get fired if you're doing a bad job as a coach.
Yeah. Well, Brad Stevens just got promoted to team president. From the
that's not good either because.
Let's get to your point. Let's get to your point about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's get to your point about Jordan Clarkson, about with the Filipino vendor. Because I read that a few days ago too.
Oh, I'm saying that was a good. He spoke out, used his platform in a respectful way instead of just letting things slide by. I mean, kudos to my man because he's not well known. He's not the philanthropist like everybody thinks he is, or like LeBron James or all these other big stars. He did it out of his pocket. Man, I thought that was kudos to him.
Yeah. He also it's an interview. People didn't know he was Asian. People didn't even know he was Filipino. That's what surprised me, because he never shied away from that. But he had just did an interview recently with it was about being an Asian American. He was talking about how, a lot of people overlook that community struggles, but he wanted to highlight it. So it was kind of apropos that this situation came about, and he was able to bring even more light to situations that Asian Americans go through. So I thought it was corny that whoever vandalized that man's truck, it's like come on. You know what I mean? A lot of this shit that's going on is unnecessary. So I'm kind of glad that he did that to help, because most of the time, I don't even think he really did it for publicity at all, neither.
No, because it would have been major news if it was like, I just found this in the corner of Instagram that Jordan Clarkson, Instagram or Facebook, that Jordan Clarkson went out his way to help this vendor. And speaking of Asian stories, Jeremy Lin, I found this story that they did a documentary on him, or a story I found on YouTube, his struggles and how people treated him, how racism really does work against people like him. And his story was actually pretty interesting. I say, if you can, go check it out, what Jeremy Lin was talking about winning the championship too after all these years. But
also go check out his interview. Also go check out his interview with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. He just did recently on their podcast, All the Smoke. He was really enlightening on that as well. So that was dope. That was dope too. So, but listen, y'all, this was our NBA playoff edition. We talked about all the teams, some off the court sports stuff as well. But we're about to get up out of here. So there you have it. You just had the fans' perspective. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your boy Dang.
And we out of here.
Sorry.